I read recently that over 50% of Americans cannot absorb a $300 surprise expense with the amount of money in their checking account right now. And considering that we are 7 days into basically the U.S. economy shutting down and over 20 million Americans out of work, that's scary. That means a lot of people are unable to feed their families, unable to pay rent, unable to pay their basic living expenses. So now we're going to talk about 3 things that you can do right now to survive, to pay your bills, and to feed your family. Number 1 is Amazon, Walmart, Dollar General, Kroger, Aldi. They're all hiring right now by the hundreds of thousands. The Aldi here in Athens, Georgia, $13.10 an hour, hiring right now. If you walk in and you can pass a background check, you can get hired right now. Walmart distribution centers, Amazon distribution centers, absolutely hurting for employees. Both of those places have distribution centers within 30 minutes of where I'm sitting right now in Athens, Georgia. Second thing you can do is work at a hospital. Medical facilities are not just hiring doctors and registered nurses, they're hiring janitors, they're hiring maintenance, they're hiring admin, they're hiring unskilled healthcare professionals as well. We're talking about odd jobs around the hospital right now because they are totally overloaded. Nurses, they don't have enough to keep up. And the last thing you can do is get your CDL. You can do it in as quickly as 3 weeks. You can become a certified driver of heavy vehicles, which semis. On average, it takes about 7 weeks. But trucking companies right now are paying people to take the exams, pass the tests, and come drive for them. You can get paid while you take the necessary coursework to get your CDL. I know everybody talks about truckers are going to be totally replaced by self-driving vehicles. Well, right now, nobody has work, and truckers are overloaded with more work than they could ever do, and companies are hiring truckers faster than they ever have. So you tell me if that's a good idea. It absolutely is to get through a hardship like this. It could be 3 months. That's my guess, around 3 months that we're all going to be sitting on our hands doing nothing. Could be 6 months. Could go longer. And you have 2 options right now. You can wait on the government to bail you out, file for unemployment, which you should absolutely do. I'm not saying either of those things are bad. Or you can take matters into your own hands and try your best to get a job somewhere that's hiring. Those 3 industries are absolutely exploding. They're all hiring. They're all paying above $12 an hour. So if you need to feed your family, if you need to pay your rent, if you need to pay your bills, you can absolutely do that in the short term. I don't care what your job is. I don't care who you are. I don't care what's on your resume. We are all working to get by right now. So I encourage you to, instead of sitting at home watching Netflix, waiting, scrolling social media, watching the news, getting scared, watching the money in your checking account go away or the balance on your credit cards to go up, take this seriously and do some things that you can control. There are certain things that you can control, and you can find part-time work right now if you want it. You can find full-time work right now if you need it. And don't be too proud. I'm telling you, this is a crazy time we're living in right now. Don't be too proud to do what you have to do to take care of you, yourself, and your family. I'm looking online all over the place. People are saying, how can I help? How can I help? How can I help? You can become a driver because those people are getting supplies where they need to go in America. You can work in these grocery stores and these distribution centers, stocking shelves, getting the essential equipment to people who need to buy them. And you can work in our hospitals if you're low risk, obviously. Those are 3 things that you can do right now to A, help everybody, and B, put food on the table. Don't be too proud to work hard. This is all hands on deck as we fight this thing.